You did. You crazy son of a bitch, you did.
Yes, they did. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Gaming on the Dark Side with your host, me, Darth Shigong. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new 5-star relics that just came out. And here they are, the Divine Ambers. As you can see, they look like they got the essence of several dragons. These will go hand in hand with the new dragon slayers that have been popping out in the new meta that they're starting to develop. So, according to the DOT team here, the Divine Ambers. In ages past, dragons roamed the skies, feared and worshipped by the mortals who were no match for their power. When Almiron brought calamity to the world after gaining the power of the Nexus for himself, many dragons perished, leaving only a few remaining beneath the cloud veil. Eons later, 6 mighty titans, learning of the power of the dragons and the Nexus, combed the wasteland beneath the veil and discovered their crystallized essence within ambers, emanating with Nexus energy. Alright guys, so as you can see, we have some new divine relics. They're saying here these are immensely powerful 5-star relics with unique invoke abilities. Alright, now that's kind of interesting they're saying that, right? Because I totally feel that the new meta is obviously this invoke meta, but it's also with those auras, and that's why I think these are going to go really well with the Dragon Slayers, because the invoke abilities really seem to accent what those auras are going to do for the troops. So putting these together with your Dragon Slayers, probably going to make for some really powerful titans. Now, despite their appearances, these ambers aren't based off of elements as much as they're based off of class, just like all the rest of the 5-star relics. So you've got the Amber of Mahaha for the Berserkers, the Amber of Gaia for the Champions, the Amber of Rostam for the Guardian, Amber of Zabava for Infiltrator, Amber of Iangura for Paladin, and the Amber of Nephilinis for our Rangers / Sorcerers, since the Sorcerer class is basically just a modified version of the Ranger class. Alright, so now it's going to get cool because we get to go deeper into these actual relics. So let's take a look at them individually. Start off with the Amber of Mahaha. This one here is going to be your Berserker class relic. It's going to give you 60% all troop armor and armor piercing, 50% Titan and troop melee resist, and the invoke skill is when troop health drops below 40%, you're going to gain 100% critical and armor piercing for that troop. So if, you have your Grenadiers in the case of the next Dragon Slayer, if they drop below 40% in their health, they're going to gain 100% critical and 100% armor piercing for the rest of their little life there until they get dropped after that. So that's not too bad. That's pretty cool if you're looking to really boost your troops as they slowly die. Next, we have the Amber of Gaia. This is going to be our champion relic. Now, this is going to give 65% Titan and troop damage, 90% all troop health. Then the invoke skill is going to be on enemy spell casts. It's going to reduce the enemy's armor and armor piercing by 10%. So if you're using your champion to attack, this is going to help a lot if you're going against someone that's using a lot of spells to help, defend or bolster their army. If you're putting your champion on his defense, this is definitely going to help cause a lot of troop loss to anyone attacking your land or garrison if you're using a champion for that. Next, we've got the Amber of Rostam. This one goes with our Guardians, just like Rostam. It's going to give you 80% Titan and troop health, 40% all troop, all elemental resist, and on allied death, it's going to reduce all enemy elemental resistance by 3% for a maximum of 10, so you're looking at a 30% maximum drop if all of them invoke. Now, for a Guardian like Rostam, this is all about, once again, I think, causing some troop loss, getting your troops to last and live longer and eat up the troops that are attacking you. So even if you do get defeated, your garrison gets hit hard and you lose, really the person attacking you is going to lose out because they're losing troops, and that slows them down in more than one way and it eats up resources and time. So it kind of helps benefit Rostam if you got that. Let's move on to the next three. Next, we have the Amber Zabava. This is our Infiltrator essence. It's going to give you 65% Titan and troop damage, 90% Titan critical, which makes it way easier when you guys are looking to relic out your infiltrators and to boost that critical up to 100%. The invoke skill on this is on enemy death, it's going to reduce the enemy Titan and troop armor by 8% for a maximum of 10 times. So you're looking at a maximum drop of 80% of their armor. Now, like I said, this is an interesting one to play with because you can only equip one of these 5-star relics at a time. So you're not going to be able to use your Trickster's Blade or your Night Whispers or what's the Falchions or whatever and all that stuff. So you'll be giving up a lot of armor piercing if you use this instead. And I guess that's where that armor reducing invoke skill comes into play. You're hoping, I guess, to eat it up more with Titan, just pure Titan damage with the critical and the troop damage and all that. So, I mean, and remember, Titan damage is base damage, right? So that's a huge jump. We're not talking about based off of their element. We're talking just the straight Titan itself. So that's going to give you a big jump in power. So for the OP Zababa, or as Vintage calls it, Zabroken, you put this on her as well, dude, you've just now turned that thing into even more of a beast than it already is. Next, we have the Amber of Iyungura. This one here is going to be our Paladin essence. Now, this one here is a defensive one because it gives you 60% Titan and troop armor, which doubles on defense. So that's 120% Titan and troop armor if this is on a defensive Titan, defending a land or your garrison. You're going to get 50% Titan and troop melee resist. Now, the invoke skill on this one is on an allied death, increases Titan and troop ranged resist and all elemental resist by 3% for a maximum of 10, which will give you up to 30% on those resists there. Now, this relic will be awesome on, let's say, your Freya. Why I say that is because Freya, when her spearmen get dropped, she summons stronger spearmen. And then you add on top of that these boosted resists, it's going to make those spearmen even more difficult to kill and sticky. So I can see using this on my Freya and just turning her into even a better defender. Last, we have the Amber of Nephilinus. This is going to be our Ranger relic. Now, in this one here, it's going to give us 90% Titan and troop health, 40% Titan and troop ranged and melee resist. And the invoke skill on this one is it will shield up to 3 allied troops when an enemy spell is cast upon them for a maximum of 10 times. So it's going to really help to add to their survivability, whether you're attacking or using this as a defense. Now, this thing would have came out back in the day when Hachimon was like the meta defender. This would have taken him to a whole other level. And with that being said, this relic might be a way to make Hachimon back to one of those really top defenders, because people are still getting greens with Hachi on there. Not everyone knows how to use, let's say, for example, Zababa correctly to sit there and take out a good, properly reliced out Hachiman. You add this on there, and I think it puts Hachimon back in the game, dude, as a meta defender. Alright, so with these new Divine Relics, it's going to update the Divine Shrine. These relics, the new ones, are going to be 7,000 Divine Gems. The Golden Relics are dropping down to 5,000. The Norse Relics are still 5,000, and then your OG Relics are at 2,000. I really wish they would have dropped the Norse Relics just a little bit. That would have been nice, maybe like 4,000 even, but they didn't. Either way, guys, those are your new Divine Shrines. Now, we also have, though, new Relic Alters in this. Where before all you had was like the basic relics and an epic relic. Now they've split it into 4 different kinds. You're gonna have your base relic one, which is 2 to 4 star relics. Then you're gonna have your battle relics, rare relic, and omega relics, and these are guaranteed 4 star. But they're kind of costly at 8,000 gems. You'll see here in a second, the drop pool is crazy. Invest or spend gems like that is just, I don't know. But hey, you know what they say? It's not gambling if you know you're going to win. So I guess a guaranteed 4-star relic, hey, if you're really hurting and you, I guess, just have a bunch of gems you want to burn, why not? And all that and go for these things. Myself personally, I wouldn't do it. I mean, seriously, let's go ahead and look at some of the drop rates. You can see here with the very first set, we've got the Relic Altar and the Battle Relic Altar. I mean, the odds are crazy. Now, you guys can pause this and look at this deeper, maybe zoom in on the screen because I know it's kind of small here. But overall, the odds aren't really in your favor that you're going to get the relic that you're hoping to get. Now that Relic Alter, the very base one, that's your basic Relic Alter, your little relic tokens you get all the time. So whatever, those are throwaways. But the battle Relic Alter, that's just insane, man. You're looking at a 1% chance for anything. Then we move to the rare Relic Alter, and again, it's still 1% chance. You have a 1% chance of pulling the relic you want. Now, the one that did catch my eye is the Omega Relic Alter. Granted, I'm not going to waste my gems on that, but it did have target practice in there, and that's a relic I haven't seen for a long time. So that would be the only one I'd be hoping to get out of there. But I'm not going to bet on a 2% chance of catching that relic. I'm not spending 8,000 gems on that. I'd rather use that to buy some portal stones and grind out more events. So all in all, I really feel that right now it's really coming down to the divine gems. But with this, new relics and all that, and the new altars, we just have more choices to make. With the current divine titans, in my opinion, really aren't all that. But maybe the reason why they're not is because they want to give players more choice in where they're going to put them. They didn't feel like they're losing out by spending it on relics. My theory is rather than reskilling all these old titans, they're starting to put these invoke relics out to make some of them a little more relevant. It's easier to do, and it kind of mixes well into that. But those are just some of my thoughts. Talking about my thoughts, guys, I think that saving up divine gems for what you want to spend them on is great. Do what you want to do. Myself personally, I'm going to still try to accumulate my divine gems. I'm hoping the next crop of divine titans is insane. So that's what I'm going to save for. The relics are just kind of expensive, and I know a lot of you guys are going to be grabbing them. But right now, I really don't need them. I'm doing just fine. So what you guys do with them, have fun. I'd like to thank everybody again for joining me for another episode of Gaming on the Dark Side. Really appreciate you guys taking the time out to, listen and watch what I put together here. And if you like what I'm doing and you like this kind of stuff that I'm making, the best way you can support me is by liking and subscribing to the channel. The best way, though, is to share. If you guys can share my video with your guys' alliance mates so they can check it out and see if they like it too, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much again. This is really fun making these videos. I'm really enjoying it. This is Darth Shigong, Gaming on the Dark Side. I will catch all of you guys in game.